You are turning in 10-minute bulletin of Binh Phuoc radio, television, and newspaper. You are with me, The Wang, and here are top news of today. Binh Phuoc's radio of female key leaders highest in Vietnam. Southeast provinces review and sign new abolition agreements. Vietnam treasures comprehensive partnership with Hungary, said Prime Minister. And later on, material supply secure for key southern projects. On the morning of March 19th, Trần Tuyết Minh, Vice Chairwoman of the Binh Phuoc Provincial People's Committee, met with a working delegation from the National Assembly's Committee for Culture and Society. The delegation was conducting a survey on the implementation of gender equality policies and laws in 2024 in Binh Phuoc.
The National Assembly's Committee for Culture and Society delegation examined the enforcement of gender equality laws across various sectors, including labor, employment, education, healthcare, and social life. They also assessed women's participation in leadership and management positions and the access to public services and socio-economic development programs in Binh Phuoc province. Vice Chairwoman Trần Tuyết Minh emphasized that Binh Phuoc has prioritized gender equality, particularly in female leadership development. The province has viewed it as a political system responsibility while creating favorable conditions for female cadres to study, train, and take on challenges to maximize their capabilities. She also outlined key lessons learned in this area. Currently, women make up 28.57% of the Provincial Party Committee, with 40% in the Provincial Standing Committee at the start of the term, now at 33.33%. The Provincial Standing Committee itself is currently 100% female. Women account for 14.1% of officials managed by the Provincial Standing Committee and over 20.6% of business and cooperative directors in the province.
On March 19, in Fanpage City, Binh Thuận Province, the Southeast Regional Emulation Cluster held a review conference on its 2024 commitment and signed agreements for 2025.
The cluster includes the provinces of Bình Thuận, Ninh Thuận, Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu, Đồng Nai, Tây Ninh, Bình Dương, and Binh Phuoc. In 2024, the region's gross regional domestic product grew by an average of 8.6%. Local budget revenues reached nearly 271 trillion Vietnam dong, export neared 92 billion US dollars. The region's economic structure continues to shift in line with its strengths and potential. During the conference, provincial representatives discussed their achievements, shared best practices in socio-economic development, and set goals for making the Southeast a modern, internationally integrated, and prosperous region by 2025 and beyond.
The Binh Phuoc Provincial People's Committee recently hosted a ceremony to honor composers and present awards for outstanding songs about the province.
Following an extensive selection process, the organizers recognized 10 notable musical compositions. The chairwoman of the Provincial People's Committee presented certificates of merit to 5 musicians, including posthumous honors. 5 awards were also given for the best songs, including first, second, third, and consolation prizes. At the event, the organizers also announced that Binh Phuoc's official logo had been certified by the Copyright Office under the Ministries of Culture, Sports and Tourism. Vice Chairwoman of the Provincial People's Committee Trần Tuyết Minh highlighted the province's commitment to supporting and encouraging artists to create meaningful works that reflect the cultural and artistic identity of Binh Phuoc, which is defined as diversity, identity, and integration. She expressed confidence that local artists would continue their creative efforts, conveying the message of a rapidly evolving Binh Phuoc province that remains true to its heritage and identity.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính hosted a reception for Hungarian Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade, Arthur Peter, in Hanoi on March 19, in which he emphasized Vietnam's commitment to strengthening ties with Hungary, the country's first comprehensive partner in Central and Eastern Europe. The Hungarian minister expressed his impression of the socio-economic achievements that the Southeast Asian country has obtained over the past time, and affirmed that Hungary wants to bolster the traditional friendship and multi-faceted cooperation with Vietnam, its leading important partner in the region. Prime Minister Chính expressed his satisfaction that despite global and regional uncertainties, trade and investment ties between the two nations have continued to grow robustly, welcoming the ongoing preparations for the 10th section of the Vietnam-Hungary Joint Committee for Economic Cooperation, scheduled to take place in Hanoi later this year, aimed at boosting bilateral trade and investment. The two sides exchanged notes on measures to strengthen collaboration across the areas of education, engineering, electronics, tourism, labor, rail connectivity between Southeast Asia and Central Eastern Europe. Prime Minister Chính particularly emphasized Vietnam's urgent need for Hungarian assistance in training high-quality human resources for nuclear power plant operations, an area where Hungary possesses considerable expertise. They also agreed to review the legal framework for bilateral cooperation and expedite negotiations on agreements regarding citizens' repatriation and labor cooperation. Peter affirmed that 50 years of experience in operating nuclear power plants using Russian technology, Hungary stands ready to cooperate and train 1,000 Vietnamese specialists in this area, considering this a strategic area of cooperation between the two countries. On March 19, the Đồng Nai Department of Agriculture and Environment announced that it had basically removed obstacles and identified adequate sources of construction materials for major projects in the southern region. Regarding soil embankment, projects of the Biên Hòa Vũng Tàu Expressway and Ho Chi Minh City's Ring Road 3 through Đồng Nai required over 5.24 million cubic meters. The province had now identified locations capable of providing approximately 5.17 million cubic meters. For construction stone, Đồng Nai province has issued documents on the extraction, allocation, and supply of over 7 million cubic meters of stone based on contractor registrations, of which the Long Thành International Airport and the connecting transport route will receive over 4 million cubic meters. The remainder will serve the Biên Hòa Vũng Tàu Expressway and Ho Chi Minh City's Ring Road 3 projects, and will also be reserved for concrete production units supporting these projects. For key southern projects where all the provinces are responsible for material supply, sources have been allocated from quarries in the Thành Phú Thiện Tân area with an extraction capacity of over 2.9 million cubic meters. Over the past month, central government agencies held numerous meetings with Đồng Nai to find solutions to expedite the supply of construction materials, particularly construction stone, to serve key southern projects. To date, many legal hurdles at the stone quarries in Đồng Nai have been cleared. From March 17th to 20th, Binh Phuoc Tourism welcomed a visiting delegation of South Korean farm trip comprising major travel agencies, media outlets, and influencers who come to survey and experience tourism products in the province. The program aims to enhance the promotion of the blue sea, white sand, golden sun destination image while introducing Binh Phuoc's potential, strengths, and unique products to the international tourist market. The farm trip delegation got a chance to explore attractive and unique Phan Thiết Binh Phuoc products. Notably, the South Korean farm trip delegation also participated in meetings with local businesses to foster trade connection program between Binh Phuoc and South Korean tourism enterprises. Binh Phuoc tourism businesses showcased their products, services, and attractive stimulus programs to South Korean travel agencies, media outlets, and influencers to promote and communicate the destination to South Korean tourists. On this occasion, the Binh Phuoc Tourism Association and Hana Tour Corporation of South Korea signed a tourism cooperation agreement, and the Binh Phuoc Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism and the Vietnam National Administration of Tourism Promotion Representative Office in South Korea signed a cooperation program. Aiming for developing green and sustainable tourism, Binh Phuoc continuously strives to build a modern, green tourism brand associated with organizing large-scale international events and participating in international tourism events to promote the destination image. Regularly host international farm trip delegations from key and potential markets. This allows Binh Phuoc to make a vivid and comprehensive introduction of outstanding advantages to attract and invite domestic and international tourists to visit, stay longer, and return more often. And that is a wrap up our bulletin. Thanks for tuning in and goodbye for now.